Hello, Sagittarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a general mini reading here for you today, focused on the advice that your angel guides and spirit team want to be able to give you this week. So starting from today, January 25th, all the way through Sunday, January 31st. General reading, as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And of course, I will include a link to all of the decks that you see here today, Sagittarius. So no focus messages here today. Since it's a mini reading, we'll just dive right into it. It could be about 10-15 minutes in length here. So let's go. Let's see what's coming through here this week for you. So we'll pull a couple of messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck to get things started. All right, Sagittarius, what's up for the week? Angels and spirit guides, please. What is it that Sagittarius needs to know this week? All right, so let's grab this card right here. Reach. Okay, what I would give to be able to reach out and touch you again. A tangible piece of you that I had the pleasure of knowing once. I will forever reach out for you, and maybe someday our hands, our hearts will meet again. So this is for those of you who are not together. There is distance here. Maybe it is you, Sagittarius, that wants to reach out. Maybe to call them, to reach out on social media, to text, however way you guys communicate it, or however way you want to do that. This could also be them really desiring to reach out to you. Maybe this is the week that communication begins. We'll take a look. We also have moving on coming through here. Okay, so I'm not surprised that that's actually coming through, because if somebody wants to reach out, more than likely you guys are not together. And so somebody decided to move on away from this relationship. So this card reads, I've had so much to think about lately. Where I've been, where I am, and where I want to be. I know the road I've traveled. It hasn't been easy, but it hasn't broken me. I never thought I'd be traveling this road without you. It was always you and I. If our paths are meant to cross again, we will. For now, I have to move on. Yeah. So there's distance and separation here for those of you that are able to relate to this mini reading here. So we'll take a look and see what else needs to come through and what advice needs to be a part of this reading. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. This is my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. For those who are unfamiliar, this is tarot with a twist here because it includes the 78 original tarot cards, but it also includes new court cards in addition to oracle messages. All right, so let's see what comes through from this deck for you, Sag, for this mini reading. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius for this week. Okay, so it appears we've got a card here coming up in the reverse, which is the Duchess of Earth. So for some of you, this does represent divine feminine energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo specifically, but it is in the reverse. So this is somebody who tends to be an introvert. They tend to be a homebody. This is somebody who might have also let themselves go. They tend to be an overspender. They live paycheck to paycheck. They tend to be someone who's very arrogant and unfaithful and just emotionally unavailable. That's what's coming through in this reading so far. So for those of you that relate to this, and again, divine feminine energy can be for a man or a woman. So take it for how that resonates. Maybe there's somebody here, especially during this pandemic, who's just encapsulated that type of vibe where they're just home. They don't want to have to deal with anybody. They really aren't caring much about their appearance or what it is that's going on in their life right now. Part of the reason too why some of you guys may have detached and why somebody needed to move on is because we have somebody here who was unfaithful and emotionally unavailable. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself there. Another reverse card. We've got the Lover's card here. So in the reverse, it's a breakup here. You guys broke up. There was disharmony in the partnership. There was an imbalance. Somebody was afraid to commit. Okay, so there's a reason why these cards are coming up in the reverse. But we do have Archangel Gabriel coming up next. I am the angel known as the master of communication. If you're having trouble expressing yourself to your beloved, I'm here to assist. I can inspire writers, teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their messages with clarity and grace. I can help you overcome your limitations so you can finally say the right thing to the right person at the right time. If you struggle with conveying your emotions, call on me. I will be there for you. That's really interesting, considering the Duchess of Earth in the reverse is somebody who's emotionally unavailable. Okay. Now, it does say emotionally unavailable mother, but it could really apply to anybody who's in that type of energy. Somebody's choosing to move on away from somebody who was emotionally unavailable. And Archangel Gabriel is here to help with communication for people who are at a distance from one another. Very interesting vibe coming through here. We also have the Eight of Swords picking up off of air. Okay, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for some of you. The Eight of Swords is somebody who feels like they're backed into a corner. They're feeling trapped. And so what happens when we feel trapped? We want to break free. We want to get out, you know, especially if someone's feeling imprisoned. But the Eight of Swords can be mental imprisonment, also paralyzed by our own fears and anxieties. So if you relate to this for yourself, Sagittarius, the truth of the matter is you're not really trapped. It's all in your head. And you can break free at any time from a situation that just wasn't serving a purpose in your life. And maybe some of you guys, that's why you decided to move on from somebody that was emotionally unavailable. But what I'm also feeling here is that they still care for you, they still love you, and they want to be able to reach out to you. It's your prerogative, of course, if you are open to talking and interacting with this person. We've got the Empress. Okay, so the divine feminine definitely coming through here very strongly. This is, of course, a mother figure here. It's interesting because, again, the Duchess of Earth representing divine feminine energy, but in the earth element, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But obviously this can apply to anybody that that type of vibe comes through for. Some of you guys could have already had children together. But my feminines, you can bring in this abundance into your life. You can turn things around here. And then you've got the Magician, so manifestation of so many things in your life. But we're focused on a love connection here. So there's the potential for a rekindled partnership, a rekindled romance, and the potential for a positive outcome here. You might even find that regardless of what's happened between you and this person, you still see them as a soulmate. You still see them as a potential ideal mate here for you. And then we've got the stars. So you've got these major arcanas that are coming through here in this very limited reading, Sagittarius. There's still hope that this wish of yours to be with this person can still manifest. But in the meantime, focus on you and your self-care, being able to love yourself in order to find the love that you're looking for in this person. So yeah, there's a wish that could still manifest itself here. So let's add to this. Let's see what else needs to come through. So we're going to go ahead and grab some messages from the Twin Flame Current Vibes deck. This is by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and Spirit Guides for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know? So just a short reading here today, guys, just to give you advice for the week. We have Fragile. Okay, I should have handled you better. And maybe they realize this only after the fact. They should have treated you better. We have Dreamlover. You are my dream lover. You are the person of my dreams. I dream of you all the time. So for whoever moved on, you've got somebody here that still considers you to be their dream lover. They still think of you, still interacting with you in their dreams. And then we have Sunshine. You bring joy to my life. You actually make this person really happy. And again, I'm kind of feeling for some of you that they realize this only after they lost you. But there's clearly still hope for you guys to work this out. Okay, so let's add some dialogue messages here from my HeartSpace Oracle deck, Sagittarius. Some of these words could be coming from you, or some of these words could be coming from the person that you're thinking about. Let's take a look. You've only scratched the surface of what is in my heart for you. If it's meant to be again, life will find a way. Absolutely. You know, because this is something that you can't force anyway. Everybody's got their own free will. Some of you have decided to move on because there was an element of this partnership that just was not working. And I feel with the assistance of Archangel Gabriel, better communication can certainly help this situation. And lastly, please come back. I can't do life without you. Okay? What I would give to be able to reach out and touch you again. They want you back big time. That is what's coming through. So lastly, let's go ahead and wrap things up here with messages from the Ghostly Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. For this week, the last week of January, what is the advice here? I will never leave your side, right by your side. So you guys are still spiritually connected, energetically interacting still, 5D in your dreams. That's what's coming through here. You might even be feeling this person's presence, you know, somehow. But yeah, right by your side, no matter what. Smile. When you are happy, it makes me smile. And maybe there's a way for them to keep tabs. You know, maybe they're watching you on social media or hearing from friends and family that you're in a good place. Or there's just something very special about the smile and they love that part of you. And we have a good night kiss. I always kiss you good night. So, you know, maybe, as weird as this sound, you know, maybe some of you guys are even feeling like this person has kissed you while you're asleep. That telepathic communication, astral travel, if you believe in that, 5D interaction. And lastly, soul recognition. It was soul love at first sight. Yeah. So not only was it love at first sight, but it was soul love at first sight. Pretty amazing. So that's the advice from your spirit team, your angel guides this week. Sagittarius, I do hope whatever part of this made sense for you, that it offered you advice that's helpful. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below. Thank you guys as always for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.